I invite you to turn to Mark chapter 1. I gotta tell you, sometimes when I'm preparing for a sermon, I'll pay attention to the calendar, and sometimes I'm not. This is one of those not instances, and so this Tuesday is Valentine's Day. But maybe this applies to you as you're preparing for Valentine's Day. Probably not. But that's where we're at in the life of the Lord. In Mark chapter 1, starting in verse 21, they went to Capernaum. When the Sabbath came, Jesus went into the synagogue and began to teach. The people were amazed at his teaching because he taught them as one who had authority, not as the teachers of the law. Just then a man in their synagogue who was possessed by an evil spirit cried out, "What do you want with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." "Be quiet," Jesus said sternly. "Come out of him." The evil spirit shook the man violently and came out of him with a shriek. The people were all so amazed that they asked each other, "What is this, a new teaching? And with authority. He even gives orders to the evil spirits and they obey him." News about him spread quickly over the whole region of Galilee. Now Mark, the Gospel of Mark is the shortest of the four Gospels. Mark doesn't spend a lot of time elaborating on things. He doesn't go into the same detail as some of the other Gospel writers do. He gets right to the point of the story. So we're not even through chapter 1 yet. And we see Jesus has already been baptized by John, tempted by Satan, preached in Galilee, called some disciples, and in today's passage, he goes to Capernaum. And we're still in Mark chapter 1. And when the Sabbath day rolls around, he goes to the synagogue to preach. And Jesus' day, the teachers of the law would go to the synagogues and teach the people about the law. That's what they did. And I'm sure they were experts in Old Testament law, and they could recite it forwards and backwards. They knew all the do's, they knew all the don'ts, and they were good at it. They probably stayed up late studying and preparing by candlelight to make sure they got it just right. And today, ministers all over the world study their scriptures and prepare, or at least attempt to prepare good sermons to teach people stuff. And on this particular day, it was Jesus' turn. It was his turn to preach. And Mark tells us that he began to teach. And he doesn't tell us what Jesus was teaching, but the people were amazed at his teaching because he taught them as one who had authority, not as the teachers of the law. Whatever Jesus said that day was different than what the regular teachers of the law were teaching. Jesus had authority. And authority in Jesus' day was very much respected. It wasn't questioned at every turn like it is today. And when Jesus spoke that day, something different happened. You know, today, if you want to say something authoritative, you might quote somebody famous. Somebody who's an authority figure on whatever it is you're talking about. When you want to know something, what do? You ask the authorities. If you have an electrical problem, what do? You call an electrician. Why? They're the authority on electricity. When I got a car problem, what do? I call Kevin. All right? He's the authority on car stuff. Other people have things that you're good at. And if we need that, we'll call you because you're the authority. Well, Jesus spoke up. He didn't wait for us to ask him, Jesus, you're the authority. What do you say on this? He comes and he teaches. He has authority. He is the authority. When it comes to things spiritual, there is only one authority, and that's Almighty God. He teaches Jesus' authority comes from God because he is God in the flesh. And the people weren't the only ones amazed by what Jesus was saying. Mark tells us in verse 23 of chapter 1 that a man in their synagogue who was possessed by an evil spirit, and we'll talk more about this guy in a second, he cried out, "What do you want with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us?" He says, "I know who you are, the Holy One of God." And I find it amazing how so many people didn't think Jesus was the Messiah, but the evil spirits knew exactly who he was. He knew who he was. The Bible tells us that Jesus came to destroy the work of the devil. And this is just the beginning. He's just getting started. Jesus came to make right what Adam and Eve made wrong in the garden. If you read the Old Testament, you get in Genesis 3, and here comes the serpent, here comes Satan. But after the fall in Genesis 3, you don't read too much about Satan, because the damage was done. They sinned. They gave the authority that God gave to Adam. They gave it over to Satan. But as soon as Jesus appears on the scene, guess who shows back up? Satan shows back up. He rears his ugly head, and because he's like, "Oh, this is the guy. This is the guy we've been dreading this whole time." And we've already seen Jesus tempted in the wilderness. Satan couldn't get to Jesus that way. Now the evil spirit is reacting to his teaching. The The evil spirit recognizes Jesus and asks him these couple questions. They knew why he was there. They knew he was coming to destroy them. And he says, I know who you are. You're going to destroy me. Is it time? Are you going to destroy us? Is it time for that now? Because they really don't want. It's almost like when you're a little kid and you're playing. And you know mom and dad are eventually going to come and tell you to put the toys away, go to bed. You're dreading that time. It's a little bit different, though. But it is a time. And Jesus' response is very to the point. Notice, he doesn't negotiate. He doesn't mince words. He doesn't ask for the guy's opinion. He just says, be quiet. Interestingly enough, the word Jesus uses here to tell the evil spirit to be quiet is the same word he used when he calmed the storm. And he told the storm to be quiet. Same word, it's the Greek word phomao, which literally means to put to silence or to muzzle. And the little kids didn't know what a muzzle was, but you all know what a muzzle is. You put it on to shut the thing up so it can't open its mouth and cause any more damage. Phomao. He tells the evil spirit to phomao, be quiet, come out of him. And we see in verse 26, the evil spirit does exactly that, but not without a fight. He shook the man violently and came out with a shriek. It was clear the evil spirit didn't want to go. But at the name of Jesus, he had no choice. And that amazed the people. And they asked each other, what's up with this? A new teaching? With authority, even evil spirits obey him. This wowed the crowd. And verse 28 says, news about it spread quickly over the whole region of Galilee, and I'll bet it did. This isn't your everyday stuff. They were telling people, they were spreading this news. It isn't every day that a guy tells an evil spirit to go and it goes. And when Jesus starts doing things like this, you can bet that people talked about it. But the question they asked each other is, what is this? A new teaching? With authority? Was Jesus teaching them something new? Evil spirits were certainly nothing new. But the way in which Jesus dealt with it certainly was. You see, in the realm of evil, in the realm of evil, the only thing more powerful than an evil spirit is two evil spirits. The only thing more powerful than two evil spirits is three evil spirits, and so on it goes. That's why later, when Jesus was casting out the demons, they accused him of doing it by the power of Beelzebub. Because the only thing more powerful than evil spirit must be their leader. So they thought Jesus, if it's working, he must be their leader. Evil spirits, they may not like it, but nonetheless they obey it. Jesus has authority and people recognize it. They spread the news, but they couldn't figure out how he was doing it. He didn't just proclaim the law like the other teachers of the law did that day in the temple. He didn't just stand up there and say, okay guys, we should do this and not do that. He didn't preach the way they normally preached. He isn't just spewing facts and telling them what to do. He is fulfilling the law right in their midst. He is embodying the law and the prophets, and he's bringing it to life. And so what does this mean for us today? Jesus handled evil spirits by saying, be quiet. And he come out of them. I have my little personal paraphrase of that. Shut up and leave. It kind of works. And so perhaps this was new to them, but it isn't new anymore. Far too often today, we don't know how to deal with guys like this guy in the temple. We rely more on modern ways of thinking. We'll send them for therapy, or maybe we can get them medicated. And we're so much better at labeling things than we are fixing them. We see someone with problems and we send them to who? The authorities. Because they know what to do. And we have medications you can take for just about everything. Folks, I'm not saying that stuff isn't real and doesn't exist. Therapy certainly has its place. But perhaps we need to look deeper into this new teaching of Jesus. Often we're dealing with spiritual attacks that need to be handled with a simple shut up and leave and put a muzzle on. You know what I mean? The dog gets to barking like crazy. When you give it a sedative, does that fix the problem? No. You muzzle the thing, that fixes the problem. You tell the thing to shut up and leave. You see, this guy in the temple was not a menace to society. He was sitting in the temple. He probably sat there every week and listened to the same law every week. He was just a regular guy. It doesn't say anything about him being a crazy lunatic. He was a regular attendant that heard the law every Sunday. But on this day, something different happened because Jesus didn't just proclaim the law and tell them what to do and what not to do. He proclaimed the truth. And something within this guy reacted. Something that could have never been moved by law. Does law move anything? No. Law can't move anything. But something you couldn't even by law move this person. It was Jesus, because the law didn't bother this guy. All those boos and all the don'ts didn't faze this guy. But the truth clearly did. The truth bothered this guy. And the only way to deal with Satan is with authority. Jesus has that authority. He's given that authority to us. And I realize this passage isn't easy. It could get a little messy. Dealing with Satan is never a day at the beach. But here it is in Mark chapter 1, and we really can't ignore it. The last thing Jesus says in the book of Mark, it's kind of interesting how things bookend sometimes, is this in Mark 16:15, when he gives the Great Commission Mark style. He says, go into all the world and preach the good news to all creation. And he says, whoever believes and is baptized will be saved. Whoever does not believe will be condemned. And these signs will accompany those who believe. In my name they'll drive out demons. They'll speak in new tongues. They'll pick up snakes with their hands. And they'll drink deadly poison. It won't hurt them at all. They'll place their hands on sick people and they will get well. These signs ought to be following us. Are these signs following us? Some of them probably are. Some of them maybe we're a little bit worried about. They don't think we're weird. They already think we're weird. You know? If they meet your pastor, they're going to know you're weird. Or at least they're going to draw that conclusion. But are those signs? Are we living in the power and authority of Jesus Christ? What is this new teaching? They wondered. The Holy Spirit that filled Jesus and enabled him to minister this way also is filling us and beckoning us to minister the same way. See, there are voices out there that need to be silenced that we don't need to listen to. We need to find a way to be. Sometimes we get too worried about not hurting somebody's feelings. I'm not sure if Jesus hurt this guy's feelings or not. But the evil spirit sure knew where to go. And Jesus wasn't worried about that. It doesn't only tell us what happened to this guy. You know, after he shrieked and the evil spirit shook the man and came out with a shriek. But again, keep in mind, this guy was a regular guy. Sitting in the synagogue, just like all you. I don't want to jump at him. But he was a regular guy. He wasn't that Gerasene demoniac. He wasn't the guy with the legion. He wasn't the guy on the mat. He wasn't even this guy. He was there. Yet something about him needed to be muzzled. Let's pray. Father God, help us. Help us, Lord. Give us the eyes to see and ears to hear. Lord, when we need to listen and when we need to speak the word famao. Lord, give us grace, Lord, to speak the truth. Lord, too often we get caught listening to those voices that we ought not listen to. Lord, they cause confusion. They cause dissension among the body. And we're so afraid of hurting somebody's feelings, Lord, that we listen to them. We let them have influence. And we pray, Lord, you would, Lord, we don't want to be just going around telling everybody to be quiet. But Lord, let us be able to minister the way you did so these signs can follow us. Lord, and I know so we feel good about ourselves, and we can show the world what it means to know you, because you have authority. You are the authority. You've called us to minister, Lord, in your name. Let us minister, Lord, with your authority here in this place, Lord, and throughout the world in our lives every day. In your name. Amen.